guys, how you doing? This is Joss from Kingdom DTF. Welcome one more time to the channel. If this is your first time stopping by, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and also click the bell notification so that way you know when we got new videos out there. So guys, today I got the 912 here, and what we're going to do is just basically take a look at the white ink circulation pump. That we're going to take a look at that one. And we're going to basically replace that if we need it. So this is version 1. So if you got this printer, then you're going to see that have 6 screws that you need to take out so you can remove the side panel, and then you're going to see your white ink circulation pump right here. And also here you're going to have your waste ink tank. So that one you can take out of the way so you can have better space to work here. If you got a second version of the 912, it's going to be like this one. You don't see any screws on the side. So this one, you just pop it up, just pushing up, and this panel is going to come out. So I got my technician today here. He's going to help me to replace this really quick. And I'm going just to pass along, he's going to explain to you 2 ways that you can potentially fix this really quick. So one is going to be by replacing the whole part. The second one is basically just taking a look at this part over here, maybe replacing the tubing if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
All right. So let me go ahead and move this way so he can explain to you guys.
So first thing, just slide the pump out, and then there's going to be a couple clips on the side. That will remove the pump from the ink tubes. Usually, all you have to do is clean in this. So if your pump starts making noises, sounding funny or anything, usually it's just this. It'll get powder residue if you have the powder machine. And all you have to do is the top and bottom, there's 2 clips. Once you take that off, and then it just slides apart like this. Use a Q-tip with some rubbing alcohol, and you can get in there and clean that off. You can also slide this tubing out, just like that. And watch for kinks or where it gets flat, and then it won't pump your white as well. You'll notice over time that does kind of wear down. And all you have to do is pop these out, and you can just clean these rollers with some rubbing alcohol. Don't worry, they come apart. It just fits back together just like that. Back in here like that. It has a little groove that it fits in, and it'll spin freely. And then you can just run the hose around there.
Okay.
So today we're going to actually replace the pump as well. This pump has started making some noise. The actual motor has. So we're going to have to resolder some of these wires here. So what we can do is go ahead and try to peel some of this back. I'm going to just peel off all of the excess heat shrink here. Just like that. Also, make sure your printer is completely turned off and unplugged. Sometimes if you hit the emergency stop button, there will still be electric flowing to these pumps. So on some of the newer models, the emergency stop doesn't actually stop the pumps from going. All it does is stop the control board from printing. So you want to go ahead and do that. So now that we've got those exposed, looks like this one wasn't even soldered. So we can just go ahead and untwist that, and there we go. The same on this side. So this pump,
that one is the same.
Yeah, this pump was really easy. So since these have not been soldered, we're going to go ahead and solder those. Let me get my soldering iron out here. There we go. Now we can grab the new motor here. that to the side where we won't cause a fire. Now on these, the motor does say plus and minus on here. So you're going to want to connect.
Which one is that one?
This is the new motor.
Yep. Let me see the cam is catching these guys so you can see it really good. So you see the plus sign over here? I think it's this one, right?
The red is the plus.
Yeah. This one is a plus, the other one is a negative. So go ahead.
So let's go ahead and put this through here. Oh, wait. I almost messed up before we do that. I'm going to take our heat shrink tubing and put on. Because once we get that soldered, you can't put the heat shrink on. New pump. Positive side. There we go. Now we can just you want to be very careful you don't hit the plastic on the motor and melt that. There we go. Nice bead of solder there. And that one's done.
And that one is the positive, right?
That's the positive. Now clean the tip
and do you want to tell the guys how they're going to know? Well, my guess, guys, is that when you're removing the one you actually have, just take a look at the cable so you can put it back the same way.
yeah.
But if you miss that, if there's a way they can actually find it if they mix the cable.
It's a DC motor. If you mix it up, all you're going to do is run the pump backwards. So it's easy enough that if you do mess up and you do mix the positive and negative, I can show you a way to swap this around. Make sure, do a wiggle test. They're not moving around. So now we are ready to heat shrink those on.
Alright guys, so you can see it's not so difficult if you have any experience soldering, or maybe you want to try it. It's not that bad either. But I know for some people, they're not techie and they're not actually want to touch any part of the, the parts or anything like that. So if you know someone that you can get, help you with this, you can do it too. Or in this case, if you want to do DTF consultation with Eric, that is the technician, you can do it also as well. Just go to the website, to the section that says services, and you're going to see that you can actually see it says DTF consultations, and get that, and you can get 1 hour, 2 hours, the hours you need for any type of DTF consultation with Eric. Okay, So now what he's doing is basically just heating the, what is it? I forgot.
The shrink tubing, heat shrink.
The tubing, so that's going to be holding the cable there really nice.
My torch is really hot, even on the lowest settings.
Yeah, I can see that. So just be careful with that, guys.
And now that those are done, you can kind of fold it up out of the way. So you can tuck your pump back in here. And you want to make sure this is not going to touch the metal frame in the back. That's the biggest part. Now, this is where if you reversed your motor, so if it's spinning in the wrong direction, you can always take this apart here. Again, pop these off. I need more fingers. There we go. And all you have to do is just reverse this tubing right here. So you would just reverse that in case you have the motor put in backwards, and just wrap that tubing back around just like that. And then just tuck that down. It'll just fit down in there nice and snug. And then again, this just spins, and that's what actually pumps the liquid. The white ink circulates through there. So if you reverse your motor, that's how you can reverse this. And you always want to check the flow. So the flow should come down from your white ink tank. The flow will come down, go through this, and then get pumped up into the top here. And which will go into this white tank right here that you can kind of see in there. And then your return tube as well. So if you mix it up, it's not the end of the world. It's not going to ruin anything. All you have to do is just reverse this tube. If you're taking it apart to clean it, it's very easy to sometimes get the tube confused. And if that happens, all you have to do is turn the motor on really, really slow and see what way this is turning. And just watch for whether it's turning clockwise or counterclockwise. And then you'll know what to do and how to change your tubing to make sure that as it spins that you're going to pump the ink back in the correct direction. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and change this as well. Let me get these parts out of the way. And again, this was the old one. It has all the powder coated on it. So with these, it's really easy. Just kind of spin them a little bit. And I got some cloth here because I know that it's going to start leaking some white ink.
Yep, definitely.
as soon as you, and I just kind of spin and pull. Yep, there's my white ink. All over me. Exactly what I thought it was going to do.
For when you're doing these, guys, if you got gloves, just use gloves too. Actually, we forgot we got gloves.
Wait, you have gloves and you didn't?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, guys, use gloves. I forgot, so it's my bad. But don't worry about it. We're going to get all this clean and wash the hands.
White ink is probably the easiest one to clean up.
True, compared to black.
Yeah, until you cure it, white ink is the easiest. Even if you spill it on something, all you have to do is wait for it to kind of dry and then just wipe it up. Believe me, I had this pump explode on another printer. I need to do a video of horror stories that I've seen and experienced personally with these.
I know the people go to like those.
Reasons Why Not to DTF by Eric. Oh, I'm missing the back. And then it just snaps on. Right, like that. Slides in there, and a white pump has been replaced.
Here's that, guys. White pump have been replaced.
Very easy.
So yeah, it's not so that hard, guys, but if you need help, you know, again, ask someone that know a little bit more about this stuff, or is it something that you don't want to do yourself. And once again, if you need DTF consultation, you go to the website section services, and you go to be able to find it there.
Now, we're gonna watch and see this tube. When we turn this pump back on, see how it's pulling the ink down? We have it reversed. So all we have to do, take this off and swap these around. Make sure the little green clips, they have a little groove that they fit right into. And if you have issues getting this part on, most likely it's due to those clips. There's two little blocks here that hold those clips into place. Just like that. Snap it back on. Now we should see the ink flowing upwards. There we go. And we have white ink flowing into the top.
Yep.
And there, you got ink flowing out over there. Now we can adjust this down a little bit, so it's not so crazy. And that's it.
Now, guys, it's no longer making that noise, that screechy noise that sometimes happens. So that's the way you replace your wide circulation ink pump. So if you got any question again, just leave it in the comments, or if you need something more depth about DTF, once again, DTF consultation, go to services, and over there you can request 1 hour, 2 hours, and Eric gladly is going to help you with that, with the consultation. Something else, Eric, about these, or?
I think that's about it. Just whatever you do, make sure that you replace your waste ink tank. Once you swap this, we already have the waste ink tank setting out. Don't forget to put that back.
You hear the pump,
high speed,
but it's working fine, guys. So I think it's going to wrap this video, guys, for today. So thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Also share with people that are looking for knowledge about DTF printing. My name is Just, guys. Here with Eric. We see you in the next video, guys. Thank you so much. Keep printing.